In this how-to, I'm going to show you how to take any Mega Springer Blaster and turn it into an elite beast. So today, I'm going to show you how to single any Nerf Springer Mega Blaster to take these elite darts instead of shooting the massive Megas. Now, why would you want to do this? It's because of the massive power increase you get from this. It is a very simple mod and gives you insane FPS because the Mega Blasters have absolutely enormous plunger tubes to fire the huge Mega Darts. So when you couple a massive plunger tube with smaller darts, the results are incredible and you're going to get immense ranges. So let's get into the how-to and show you how it's done. First, you will need a Mega Springer. I'm using the Big Shock because it is very easy to mod and extremely easy to single for elites. A drill bit set and a drill to knock out that pesky AR, your trusty screwdrivers, some sandpaper to clean up our barrel material, and your choice of barrel material. I will cover these three later in the video. Some tape to wrap our barrel, and grab a bigger spring. Start by opening up your blaster. First, let's remove our air restrictor. Grab your drill and large drill bit and knock it out. It's hard on the Big Shock because it's identical to a Jolt in that respect, but with enough drilling it will fall out. I accidentally drilled through mine. Whoops. If this happens to you, just get some epoxy putty and cover it over. Now find a spring that fits over. This spring was lying around and fits perfectly. I think it may have been out of a fire strike. Now let's screw it down and work on the barrel. Alright, so now we're at the stage where we're going to be picking the barrel material that we're going to be using. So in my case, there are three main contenders that I can think of for different barreling material. So this comes down to a couple things. First, dart choice, what's available to you, and your budget as well. And also what type of FPS and ranges you are trying to get out of your blaster. So the three main dart choices are FVJs, nipples, and elites at the moment. First of all, elites, way too expensive, I don't use them, so I'm not going to be including them in there. I primarily use FVJs, which are the solid, hard-tipped darts that everybody loves. They have harder foam than elites as well, much better, and they're going to hold up, and they're a lot accurate as well. So FVJs, 100 times better, in my opinion, compared to elite darts. Also, depending on dart lengths, we can run Steffens in here as well because it's a complete air seal in this setup. So there's going to be no air escaping out of the front here. It's all going to be flowing through the front. So Steffens are another thing you can use. So start off with the PVC 16mm conduit piping that I've used for the build. I'll show you how to do it. So I use PVC because I've used it a lot. It's so simple, very cheap as well. It's just plastic really. It is just tubed plastic that you can shove darts in. Perfect dart fit, great stuff. Really easy to use, really easy to cut, manipulate, everything you want to do. It's a great option. Next up is the aluminium tubing. Now it has the same tolerances and diameters as the conduit piping except in aluminum form, so it's going to be a lot smoother on the inside. If you're going to go for FPS, definitely go for the aluminum. You're going to get better gains out of it, but is a lot more expensive than the PVC. And lastly, we have 17/32 brass, which is the king of all tubing. Brass is the stuff if you want to go for FPS. If you're going to go for a high Nerf mod, definitely go for brass. Going for a complete sealed breech, you can go at the front, so you can have a speed loading system like the Fire Strike, top corner there of my Fire Strike, where you slide up the 9/16, load in your dart, slide it back, and then that's a completely sealed breech like that way. There's many ways you can go about making the breech for this blaster, but just the snubbed nosed conduit pipe for me was the best. So for this build, I would definitely go the conduit piping. Any other build, I would go the aluminum. And if you're going to go for fire strikes and anything like that, definitely go brass. So I hope that cleared up any questions or you choosing barrel material. For this type of stuff, I would definitely go the conduit piping. So let's get the piping in. Mark out just past the standard dart length for your barrel length. This will assure we have enough, and our dart will be completely encased. Then cut it out. Next, wrap your tape around the barrel insert to fit the diameter of the mega dart. It took me some trial and error to get this right, but take your time and you'll get it. Lastly, sand away a fillet on the inside of the barrel to load darts faster. So guys, I hope you learnt something from that, and now you know how to take any Mega Nerf Springer and turn it into an elite beast. Now, I kept mine removable, so if I just get some pliers here, I can rip out the barrel, get a Mega Dart, put it back in, and fire away. Now, I'm going to be using this for a shield buster in Nerf Wars, so I'm literally just going to have it on my back, ready to pull out and use it for shield breaking, so I am still going to use Megas with this. But if I ever need to get a long range kill, or I'm down to just my big shock, I can definitely keep this PVC on me, shove it in when I need it, and use it to get some tags. Now, you probably saw in the firing demonstration outside that I was shooting Stephens, and now these things are absolutely insane on Stephens. Much higher FPS and accuracy, and you can shotgun them. Guys, thank you so much for watching, I really do appreciate it. If you want to catch up with me when I'm not making videos, check out my Facebook and Instagram links in the description. I hope you learnt something today, and I hope now you can take any Springer, Mega, and turn it into an elite beast. And I'll see you in the next one.